All right, welcome to Multifamily Masterclass. I'm Jamison Manwaring, CEO of Neighborhood Ventures. Also have Bart Dill, Director of Investor Relations here.
Howdy.
And we're talking about some important things that are happening when it comes to multifamily, owning multifamily, investing in it. And the one that I want to start off with today is talking about baby boomers. So there are 70 million baby boomers who are in the process of retiring right now. They're going from full-time jobs and careers, owning homes, living in the suburbs, kind of the typical baby boomer thing. And now they are going to a different phase of their life, and many of them want to rent. And in this latest data, now 80% of boomers, baby boomers, think that renting is better than buying a home. This is up from 63%. So this is a dramatic shift in the mindset of baby boomers who now are happy with renting, wanting to move out of their house, wanting to move out of the suburbs and go rent a house. And one of the things that they pointed at, it's kind of like no surprise as to why baby boomers in particular would be happy with renting versus owning. But the things that they pointed at is 90% prefer to avoid any of the financial risk of owning a home. Maybe that home goes down in value. Maybe the mortgage payment is high, especially with current interest rates. And then 87% of them said they'd rather have the freedom to move versus being locked down because, these baby boomers, they're on the move. They're out enjoying life. Yeah. And this is what we call the rise of the forever renter. And this trend around people who historically have wanted to own homes, and in their mindset, that's just part of the requirement of having a good life is owning a home. Now baby boomers are really going to start driving this trend that renting is more preferred to owning. And we have 70 million of them in the process of retiring. They're about halfway through their retirement cycle. So that's a lot of baby boomers going into that renter market.
And so many of them, they've been married, they've had their kids, they've lived their life, and being in a 3,000, 4,000 square foot house with your significant other, it's time. You want to go find somewhere else, you want to go travel, you want to go rent somewhere for a year in New York, Chicago, Nashville, Tennessee, in a different market than what you're used to, and not have to deal with fixing the roof, replacing the AC. All that is done by the property management at the apartment you're staying at.
Plus all the costs. If they were going to go buy a house, you're about 10% cost to purchase a home that you're going to sell a few years later. Maybe it goes down in value in that time. So especially to give them the freedom to make a move like that, have that experience. And so for people who are in the Phoenix area, you can see all these apartments that are going up. Phoenix was the number one market last year for new construction of apartment units that came on the market, 20,000 new units. We're probably going to be number one again this year. But the reason is because with all the people who are moving here, many of them are shifting their mindset from, do I need to move out an hour away to a house that I can afford, or can I live in town and rent? And these underlying trends around millennials, and now we're seeing it even more with baby boomers, are going to continue to drive the demand for renting.
And to be honest, I haven't even thought about baby boomers moving to Arizona to rent, because why wouldn't you want to live here? You have golf courses here, you have all the great amenities being in Metro Phoenix next to Old Town Scottsdale, all the different resorts. Why wouldn't you want to come right here?
Yeah, and there's a lot of senior living, 55 plus communities here. You can go rent there, but a lot of folks historically have bought properties there. And it's kind of not what it used to. A lot of retired folks wanted to get into those older 55 plus communities. Seems like now that's kind of past, and more of them would rather live in around where their kids are and where the young people are, and a little bit more mixed.
Yeah.
That's not everybody. As we see these new apartments come up, and that's very enticing to go live in a brand new apartment or a newly renovated apartment versus a lot of these retirement communities. They might be manufactured homes. Mm-hmm. It might be older rundown homes, harder to have the same standard. And but Arizona has always been a magnet for people as they start to retire.
Yep.
And baby boomers are happy renting, and it makes a lot of sense.